Butterflies fill my spine, I feel myself getting hot again. Nerves rushing through my brain, yeah, they can't hear fire from the trees. You're standing by his side, red drops burning down your face. You're real close now, baby. Holy fuck, I feel it with you. I lose self-control. Now I found this shit not one taking me now. You got me on my knees begging for your lady. And like a fool to stand around and let you blame me. And I'm riding in the sky to the very second
Hi, my name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. I was wrong. I thought he's only been here 4 times. Well, he has been here 4 times, but 5 times on the show. BRG, Brett Ryan Gosselin.
Good to see you, my friend.
You too, my friend. Thank you for doing this, you know.
Absolutely. As you said, I love to talk. So.
Yeah, I think most wrestlers do.
That's
in
true.
your defense.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into a fan question. Greg Unicora.
We always have this.
He only asks when you're here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you see yourself as a mentor to the young talent out there? Why or why not?
I can definitely see for some, not all. It's mostly the guys that are always coming and asking me for advice.
Right.
I try not to be that guy that gives unsolicited advice when they're not asked for
Right.
it. Not saying that I don't do that because, you know, I don't stop talking sometimes. So the reality is right now I have a core group of students that I very much have had a hand in over at Showcase Pro Wrestling.
Right.
You know, a lot of the guys that come to mind are this kid Dylan. Like, he is a freak athlete and picked it up exceptionally quick. He
Right.
goes by the name Jordan Moses now. You know, Jay Evans, Loca Machina, Danny Cabral, AZ. It's just the whole group over there. It's probably, and I told Chris Blackheart this recently, it's probably the best crop of students I've ever seen come out of that school. And I think it's the best time to be a student there because not only do you have me there, but you have Sergeant Muldoon,
Right.
who's, I mean, the guy's wrestled Hulk Hogan before.
Yeah.
And then you have Kenny Dykstra, and then you have Chris and Vega. You literally have 5 people with all
Right.
different backgrounds in professional wrestling, and they're all able to provide different perspectives and outlooks. So it's really fun being able to take over a trainer's role, especially in this last year and a half.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So Greg also wants to know, you've wrestled everywhere. And the states and countries you have not wrestled in. And what countries have you not wrestled in that you'd like to?
Pretty much everyone besides Canada and the U.S. Main country I want to go to is Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just fascinated with the culture and everything. You know, I've had plenty of friends that have gone over there.
Right.
And have spoken highly of it. So I just want to be able to experience it for myself. I mean, when I was in high school, like, I got to take a trip to Europe and go to Spain and France, and I got to experience the different cultures there. But that's where I kind of found my love for traveling and finding different places that I do want to visit. So, I mean, that's why I'm in wrestling. I get to travel as much as I get to do.
On someone else's dime.
Exactly. It's been nice. I really do. I've been saying this a lot lately, just to myself.
Right.
It's a lot of reassurance, like my own personal reassurance. I have really had a fun career in pro wrestling so far.
Right.
Do I think it's over? No. But I'm very appreciative of what I've had so far.
Right.
And that's the main thing that I just keep trying to remind myself is that you've had a good career so far. It's okay to want more.
Right.
But I just know the sky's the limit at this point.
Well, I got to, before I go to another fan question, dude, I'm watching NXT. and all of a sudden, you're Trick's lawyer. I didn't know you had a law degree.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You're thinking TNA, Bound for
Oh,
Glory.
TNA. Yeah,
Yes.
I know. I got tricked
Yeah.
because of Trick Williams. No
Yeah.
pun intended.
Yeah, if I recall, that's one of the fan questions, too, of how I got that. So
Yeah,
I mean,
right. The next one.
Yeah, it's the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then it's a perfect segue.
How did he manage to become Trick Williams' lawyer for Bound for Glory? And could that exposure lead him to signing with TNA for future spots?
I can't say for sure. The best thing that's happened to me in the last couple of years has been able to working with Tommy Dreamer.
Right.
I wrestled for him twice. Wrestled with him twice at Live Pro Wrestling, Teddy Good's company.
Yep.
After I got let go from MLW, CW Anderson put me in contact with Tommy.
Nice.
Tommy said I could come down when they were in Rhode Island. I got to have a match on Explosion
nice.
with Jake Panner as my partner against Sinner and Saint. It was a fun match. I enjoyed it a lot. Sinner and Saint are a fantastic tag team, and I hope they have tremendous career going forward. Then I asked him when they were up in Lowell if I could just come by for Bound for Glory and everything. Tommy said that was perfectly fine.
Right.
Bobby Fish had just moved back up to New York,
Yeah.
so he had ended up tagging along with Devon. So Bobby Fish and I are just talking in the hallway, just catching up and everything. And then here comes Tommy. We all just start talking. About 15 minutes go by, and then next thing you know, he's like, all right. And then he starts walking away, and he just turns around, and he's like, oh, by the way, we need a lawyer tonight. Can you do that? And I was like, sure, no problem. I'm thinking, like, yeah, just something lower on the card.
Right.
Probably, like, with Ash by Elegance or whatever that group is. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, yeah, Trick's ready for your to film that shot. I was like, wait, what? And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, so I'm doing this lawyer thing with Trick Williams. That's pretty cool. And then as we're walking down the hall to get ready for the shot, Trick is like, yeah, and I'm thinking about, like, you know, you're probably going to get involved in the main event and everything. I was like, okay, this started from me just coming to help out at the show.
Right.
To now being involved in the main event of the biggest show of the year for TNA.
Yeah.
To say that is not very encouraging on how much Tommy trusted me in that role.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. And extremely grateful, happy with everything after. You know, again, this is just one step forward.
Yep.
I don't know where this path leads.
Right.
But God knows TNA has been on my eye for a while now.
Nice. And Tommy's a great guy. I know Tommy really well. He really is a super guy, man. All right, and that was from Sean Vadalaro of the South Coast Sign Crew. Not the guy that makes all the signs. He holds the signs. Sorry, Sean, I had to say it.
I'm sorry, just hold
Greg-
the signs.
Greg makes
That's
the
it.
signs.
Yeah, trust me, I know.
And
Greg
the rest
well.
of the guys hold them.
Yeah. You know, Craig actually
But they're
made,
awesome.
Craig actually made a cake for.
well, that's what he does for a shoot, yeah.
He made it for my sister's birthday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 21st birthday, if I recall correctly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, those guys are great guys, all of them. And I like to tease you guys. All right, Andy Miller. Will the Montreal Canadiens win the Stanley Cup this season? The last Canadian team to win the Cup was Montreal 34 years ago.
Yeah. Thanks for the history lesson, as if I didn't already knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cool thing about it is that Montreal this year has been compared so many times to Habs royalty.
Nice.
Like they're so like very intricate stats, but
Right.
like Jakob Dobish, for example.
Yeah.
They said they put out a stat yesterday that he's the only other rookie goaltender to win 2 Game 7s on the road.
Right.
And the only other guy to do that was Ken Dryden.
Wow.
So then you have that.
Wow.
And on top of
Damn.
it, this is the youngest Montreal team
Right.
since the 1993 Montreal Canadiens who
Wow.
went on to win the
Right.
Stanley Cup, and it's the exact same age.
Wow.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Montreal is the clear underdog in this.
Yes, they are.
We know. Tampa Bay, that was a difficult series. in
Yes,
general.
it was.
The fact that they came out on top, fantastic.
Yep.
Do I very much credit Jakob Dobish in that? 100%.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, he is a star in the making. I mean, he has the all-time wins for the Montreal Canadiens as a rookie goaltender.
Oh, nice, nice.
He surpassed Carey Price
Yeah.
and Patrick Waugh.
Wow.
So he's in good company
Yeah.
right there. He's a phenomenal goaltender,
Right.
And he's a heel. He loves when Buffalo was like cheering his name to try and mess with them, and he was just like, "I'm just gonna stomp this out right now."
That's
it's
awesome.
Great. I think they have a good chance. I don't know. This is very much a rest versus rust situation.
Right.
when
So
it comes
that
to
could help
Carolina.
Montreal.
It could.
It really could help them.
Because I also don't think that Carolina has had much of a test.
No, they really haven't. They've
I
won
mean-
8 straight games.
Ottawa wasn't good.
No.
They're a wild card spot. Like,
Right.
They got to their spot. They were running hot towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
I get why people picked them. I picked them to go over in that. And then we got into the Penguins and Philly, and that was just not good hockey in general. So I'm not surprised that Philly got as creamed as they did.
Right.
But of course, Montreal has to deal with the 2 craziest rounds in the entire series and the entire Stanley Cup playoffs. And then I just keep looking at it as a step up. It's like climbing the ladder in like a fighting game.
Dude, they definitely have a chance. I know I told you off air that Carolina's going to be a tough team to beat, but they can definitely beat them. Now, who's the defenseman? How do you say his name? Jacque?
Jakob?
I don't know.
Oh, Dobesh?
No, the defenseman. The fighter, the 70,
Oh,
the dude from
Jacque.
Russia. Jacque,
Yeah, he's great.
Dude, he's tough.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't put up many points.
Right.
He puts up a lot of hits.
Yeah.
And anytime he's on the ice, people get scared.
Right.
And he's got a brother, too.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he also plays for Montreal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
Florian Jacque.
And are they both defensemen?
No.
His brother's a
Florian-
forward? Okay.
Yeah, he's a forward. He got called
Nice.
up for a couple games in, I believe, the Tampa series and maybe one in the Buffalo series.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it.
Lane Hudson's really good, man.
Stud.
Whoa, man.
Fantastic. That's the thing.
There's a lot of great young defensemen in the NHL right now.
The team is the best it's ever been since '93.
Wow.
And you look at Lane Hudson.
Yeah.
When they do the power play, they have 4 offensemen. So they normally have Suzuki, Caulfield, Slavkovsky, and Demidov. And then they have the one defenseman who is always Lane Hudson.
Right.
That's the first power play.
Right.
And Lane Hudson is the guy that's controlling everything.
Oh, yeah,
He's
no doubt.
quarterbacking that play.
Yep.
Insane. He's one of the smallest defensemen. He's one of the youngest people on the team, and he's quarterbacking these plays.
Right.
And he is. This is my favorite stat. He's got more points than anybody that's in the Senators. He had more points than Brady Tkachuk had in this series. I just love how upset Toronto fans are right now.
Yeah, well, they ought to be, man. That team is horrible, and they're not looking too good in the future. They just hired a general manager. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing?
I don't know. Oh, but the NHL rigged the lottery so that they could get Gavin McKenna because they knew that Austin Matthews
is going to be gone. Oh yeah, he's definitely gone. I can't see. Why would he want to stay there? Honestly,
I have said this before. Bruins fans, I like you guys more than I like Toronto fans because at least you guys got the 2011 Cup.
Yes.
As much as it angers me.
And I'll be honest, man, I'm one of the greatest hockey teams of all time, man. The lot. Just the 1 through 4 was incredible. Really.
I still think that Tim Thomas very much helped you guys.
Oh, he totally did. He was the MVP.
I can't talk. Jakob Dobesh has really helped us out in a lot of big games.
He's phenomenal, man.
He is.
Really, really good goalie. The NHL is as good as. What do you think about Malkin Celebrini?
Oh, he's great.
I had him. I picked him in the 6th round. He ended up being the 5th highest scorer in the league.
It's crazy how many. This is a great year for hockey because it's really shown that this is like the transition period into the next generation of players.
Yep.
Nobody expected Dallas and the Oilers to get out first round. Now, granted, the Pacific wasn't that great this year, but still to have Connor McDavid out in first round, kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
Now, the big thing is the big boss,
right?
Who's going to beat Colorado? Can anybody beat Colorado? That's the big story of these playoffs.
And Vegas is pretty good.
They're great.
They really are, and it comes down to one game at a time.
I think people thought it was crazy to trade to fire Bruce Cassidy when they were on the run they were, but ever since they put Tortorella in, he's been fantastic. I mean, he's known for laying the hammer down, and I think that's what the team needed.
I guess they did need that. I really do, because I'm not a big Tortorella fan.
I don't think
I hear horror stories from these players about him.
But that's why they bring him in.
You're right,
to
though.
straighten them up.
Yeah, and look how good they're doing since he's become the head coach again, you know? I mean,
Absolutely.
And they have a few guys that they're not pigeonholed to get goals. They got multiple guys that can put the puck in the net against
Did you see
Colorado.
that goal by Mitch Marner?
Oh, dude, that was
Beautiful.
unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Prettiest goal I've seen all year.
So great to see Toronto just losing their mind. It's been an argument online forever now about if Mitch Marner was the reason.
Right.
Yes, he was the reason
Right.
that you guys, like, he was a key player on your team, regardless of how he did in the playoffs.
You can't blame it on one guy anyways. It's a team game.
I agree.
It really is. You don't win a Stanley Cup with two lines.
They can't even win a second round.
Right?
They can't even get past the second
Yeah,
round.
no, I mean, then they have 3-goal leads with 8 minutes to go in the game and they lose, you know?
Saying they had a 3-1 series lead against Montreal in 2021 and
Right.
they blew that.
And Montreal's a hard hit. They do, like you said, Jacques Day throws a lot of hits, and that's how you beat a team.
And on top
by
of it,
laying the hits all game.
and he gets in their head. That's the best part. Is
Yeah.
at the end of that first
Oh, there's
Buffalo game,
nobody
when he-
wants to fight him.
No, when beginning of the series when he just took out that guy from from Buffalo, he just sucker punched him.
Stanley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which very much deserved. He was getting
Right. Oh,
elbowed in the
yeah,
face
yeah,
3
yeah.
times, and he was just like, "All right, one punch, boom,
Yeah.
knockout punch."
Boom, down he went like nothing.
It was great. Love
He
it.
is a tough guy. But I did notice in tight games, he don't see the ice a lot.
No, and that's fine.
Who's the other defenseman?
Gouli.
Gouli, yeah. He sees the ice
He's
a lot.
fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great playmaker.
Yeah.
He really can. Is
He
able to
quarterbacks the second power play
Correct,
unit.
yes.
Right.
Noah Dobson's starting to come into his own.
Yeah.
He didn't have as big of a season as
Right,
people
right.
thought he was going
Yeah.
to, but same time.
Perfect time to start coming into his
But
own.
hey, Montreal is really showing the depth. I mean,
Yeah.
the top line, that was everybody, that was Tampa Bay's strategy,
Right.
and that was Buffalo's strategy to shut them down.
Yeah.
They're starting to flourish again.
Right. And other lines are scoring, which is beautiful. That again, that's how you win. That's
Exactly.
how you win the big games. All right. I'm just going to go right to this one right now because we're talking about the Montreal Canadiens. You can say whatever you want to this guy.
Yeah.
Dave Fournier says, why do you have such poor taste in hockey teams?
Why do I have such poor team? Okay. So
'Cause
first
that's
off,
your team.
Dynasty team. This is very much the team that I had no choice.
Yeah.
When I was
Yeah.
put on skates at 2 years old.
Right.
And pretty much I learned to skate as soon as I learned to walk.
Yep.
My dad put me in a Montreal Canadiens jersey. There was no choice whatsoever.
Right.
And you know what? Growing up, watching the Canadiens, it was great. I was a big fan of Saku Koivu. I think back to the team sometimes, and it's like, I remember Carey Price's first game.
Right.
I remember watching that game. And
Yeah.
I remember just telling my dad, like, hey, this guy is like the number 1 goaltender in the AHL. Like, he's got to be something special. And Lord and behold, he becomes one
Right.
of the greatest. I remember watching in 2009, 2010, when Halak went on that
Oh,
big
yeah,
run.
yeah.
It sucked that it ended in the conference finals, but I was floored when they traded him away.
Right.
I dealt with so much BS in the 2010s. After 2014, after we went to the Eastern Conference Finals, it was tough to swallow all the Marc Bergevin decisions.
Yep.
He's a terrible GM. I never want him back. The only good thing he did was get Suzuki.
Right.
It was the only good thing he did, in my opinion. It's been phenomenal, finally, to have a lot of confidence in my team. Every year I've just been like, yeah, maybe we'll get it. This year I'm like, if we lose,
Right.
I'm fine with it, because next year and the year after that and the next 8 years are going to be
You guys
phenomenal.
going to be there. No doubt. And so is in Buffalo. I think Buffalo's going to be a good young team, too, for a while.
Felt so bad for them because they really did work hard
They
for that
sure
game
did.
7.
They did.
And it's one of those things where I can very much respect that team,
Right.
because I know all the BS that they've been putting through. As a Montreal fan, and put through plenty of BS through the
Right.
years, it's very good to see everything happen. And by the way, you can talk all the crap you want, but last I remember, we just beat the team that knocked you guys out in Game 6.
And that is true. And now some Brewers fans are going to not like me, but I've been rooting for the Canadians. I really have been.
Well, that's the-
I know I'm not supposed to,
Yeah.
but I like that. I'm a hockey fan.
There's a difference between a casual fan and a fan of hockey.
Right, exactly.
It's like-
and I always have to have a dog in the fight no matter what I watch. I could watch Tiddlywinks. I have to pick someone that I want to root for.
At Showcase, we got about like 3 other kids that watch hockey.
Right.
2 of them are Bruins fans. One actually knows what he's talking about. And then we have a Toronto fan. And oh my God, do I not let up on him.
Right.
L2, he's a great kid. But he takes it. He's realistic though. I remember when the whole Cheka thing got announced and everything, I was like, I just go, hey, L2, he goes, don't even mention it. I was like, I feel sorry for you, dude. This is bad.
And the Bruins weren't even supposed to make the playoffs this
They
year.
weren't.
I thought Marco Stern did a good job coaching these guys.
I'll say this. Beginning of the season, I was up and down saying they got no chance of making the playoffs.
Yep.
The fact they did, especially with how good the Atlantic was this year, like, props.
Yeah.
Props on them.
A lot of the guys did good in that world. What was that championship they played? Not the Olympics. Before that. wasn't
4
it?
seasons.
Yeah, the 4 seasons ones. There was a lot of Bruins that played in that.
I think I'm very mad at Team USA. I really am. They neglected Caulfield and Hudson.
I was shocked that Caulfield wasn't on the team at least.
And you know what?
Neither was Matthew Schaefer.
Yeah. Matthew Schaefer, Robertson.
Yeah.
He wasn't on it either.
Oh, Jason Robertson. Yeah, they easily could have been on there.
I think it was for the best, though, because after that, he scored 23 goals in 25 games.
He had something to prove.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think he's on his Herb Brooks arc right now.
Right. All right, Dave's got one more. We'll let him try to redeem himself. So I'm just kidding, Dave. What was your experience like working for Major League Wrestling? You worked for them for quite a while.
Yeah, for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Right.
You know, I wish things ended differently. I won't be pessimistic and negative about that.
Right.
But the reality is that I had some of my favorite matches. I met some really cool people. You know, I spent a lot of time with Paul London, Bobby Fish, C.W. Anderson, Brock Anderson, Paul Walter Hauser. Like, I got to do some really cool things.
Right,
and
right.
Like when I was saying earlier, you know, I've had to do a lot of cool things in my career. That's one of them.
Right.
Like, it's very surreal to be able to watch, and this is so obscure, but watch the Live with Kelly and Mark show, you know, the one that Regis Philbin used to be on. Paul Walter Hauser's on there, and they're showing a picture of him jumping off a ladder through a table.
Nice.
And he's mentioning me on TV, and I'm just like, this is surreal to think about. You know, Paul's a fantastic guy.
Right.
You know, I was watching Naked Gun with my friends, and I literally was like, my friends are enjoying the hell out of this. And by the way, I popped for the fact that you did a back body drop in the movie. So it's like, I've met some really cool people from this.
Right.
And my experience there, it's like, I got to have a lot of fun and do a lot of fun stuff. The Gravity Gamble match that I had against Mr. Thomas, Cruel, Akira, and Matt Justice, one of my favorite matches I've ever had.
Right.
It was so much fun. I knew my part.
Yeah.
And I played it to perfection. And the moments that I did have in the match were great. And it's still one of those matches I love going to watch back. You know, the War Chamber, having been my last match there, it was a lot of fun. It was like the culmination of the Rogue Horsemen. And so, and even now, we're still in touch. Like, we have this joke about, we were all packed, me and the Rogue Horsemen, so we were all packing into a car, in my car, to go back to the hotel in New York City. And, you know, we're packing in all these suitcases. I'm only in a sedan, for crying out loud. And I always keep a trash can in my car. At the time, it was a wicker basket that my ex-girlfriend had given me. And they were just sitting in the car, and they were like, why is there just a random wicker basket in here? And so, and it was taking up a ton of room.
Right.
And everybody's squished in. So it's just the running joke. They're just like, I'm just going to hit you with a wicker basket. And then next thing, a few weeks ago, C.W. Anderson just sends us all a picture. He's like, this guy doesn't realize how much he has with me right now. And this guy's just carrying a wicker basket around. So it's like memories like that.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. And then, like, I was always rooming with Tristan Ty from Above the Rest. Ikaro Kwan.
Yeah.
And we were always having fun whenever we were, like I said, I've made a lot of good memories there. And if I never go back there, that's okay.
Right.
If I do, I mean, it's just another step along the journey.
Right. Now, Paul, that guy Paul, he was in Cobra Kai, right? Mm-hmm. he was really
Right.
funny in
So
Cobra Kai, man.
he's always like I said, stand-up guy.
Right.
My mom loves Cobra Kai.
He loves wrestling,
Yeah.
the guy.
Oh yeah. He loves wrestling, and that's why I respect so much the fact that he's, he is self-aware. He knows his place in wrestling and what he brings to the table, and he sticks to that. My mom watched him kill me through that table.
Yeah.
And he was just fun. I was like, you want to send an apology video to my mom? And so like that made her day.
Yeah.
And he knew that. And it was just like the fact that he's like so humble to do stuff like that. That's the cool things that you realize with wrestling is like there are some people that never really get too big of heads.
Right.
Which is so funny to me because this guy's a Hollywood actor.
Yeah.
And then I meet some of the wrestlers on the indies and I'm like, you have too much of an ego for this business.
All right, so I'm going to go back to the guy, Greg.
Yep.
Who are 5 young wrestlers we should be on the lookout for and why?
I think I can mention the 5 that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Jordan Moses, Jay Evans, AZ, Danny Cabral, and Logan Machina. Those are the mains.
Yeah.
And again, this is a totally biased opinion.
Right, because the guys you work with.
They're ones I train with. And I think at the end of the day, my mission in the last year and a half is to get them exposure.
Right.
Get them out there more.
Yep.
And I think just by mentioning those names alone helps that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very much doing a little thing to help my own students
That's
out
all right.
on this situation, but they're all working hard. And like Jordan, for example, like he started and he just picked it up like that.
Right.
You still got to figure out the personality and everything and promos.
Right.
But like the in-ring stuff.
Yep.
Like I love the drive. I love the passion. We go to the same gym, and so like I'm seeing him every time I'm there.
Right.
He works out twice a day at this rate. He's always got his notebook at class. He's always writing things down. He's always trying to learn. I just saw him. He did the masterclass seminar with Timothy Thatcher this past weekend. Like he's hungry. He wants it. His hockey taste and opinions are atrociously bad. But he's
working on the wrestling.
Yeah, he's got a lot of promise. And Logan, Jay, Danny, and AZ, like they've been there since I started over there, and they have just made tremendous amounts of progression over time. Matt Michelson as well, he's AZ's tag partner.
Right.
It's fantastic to see the growth out of these guys and to see them continuously progressing.
Right.
But same time, they're the ones that have put in the effort. They're the ones that have put in the work.
Right.
They're the ones that are always asking questions. They're the ones that are there 3 times a week.
Yep.
And that's why, a lot of the students sometimes they can get upset with me because I very much have made my opinions known. You have to put in the effort no matter what.
Right.
And that's something that Ryan very much instilled in us early on because I very much, when Ryan met me, I was complacent and just coasting on a line, and I was plateaued at that point.
Right.
And Ryan really opened my eyes to like, you're not doing anything right now.
Right.
You need to really like step up and be able to, make a name for yourself. But you're not going to do that just by working 3 places that are local. So I'm like, okay, and then that was the kick in the ass I need, and so I'm trying to do that for these students, and yeah, a lot of them have very much taken that as a challenge, and they've moved forward for sure. Others, it sucks, but at the same time, I have a lot of faith that over time, as they get older, they'll start to realize it.
Right.
Because, I didn't realize everything at 21, 19, 20 where these kids are at right now. So, I have a lot of faith in them. At the end of the day, these are the kids that I've seen the most progress out of. I've seen them grow not only as wrestlers, but as people as well.
Nice.
And on top of that, like, I very much have enjoyed training this past year and a half because it's helped me grow as a person as well, because having to communicate with people and do it in a constructive environment while not hurting feelings, because wrestlers can be sensitive.
Yes,
it's a challenge, and it's not the easiest challenge in the world, but you ultimately want these kids to progress, so you have to find your way in order to communicate that properly to where they can do that.
Right. I'm a little familiar with Danny.
Yeah.
Because Sarge brought him up for an interview. That was a lot of fun. And I had never met Sarge, who's been, like you said, though, has been in the business, wrestled Hulk Hogan. He's wrestled everybody, man.
So I got to say this. Danny, I had a very proud trainer moment recently where I had told them, hey, I'm not going to be up this Tuesday because I have to do Gotham Wrestling in New York. And I was like, if you guys want to come, by all means, feel free to take the drive. I'm staying overnight, so I'm not going to be able to drive with you guys.
Right.
So him and Danny and Logan Machina, they both drove up.
Nice.
They both got spots on the show. Logan got a fatal 4-way match as a dark match before the show started. And then Danny wrestled Bryce Donovan.
Oh, wow.
And Danny, with no music, came out, energy, fiery babyface.
Nice.
It's a squash match. You don't typically see a crowd get behind a babyface in a squash match.
Right.
They were behind him.
Really?
He threw a couple punches, and the crowd was up for him.
Nice.
And so I get a message from Dave Marquez next day, and he's like, who is this kid again? Because he really impressed last night.
Wow,
And
that's awesome.
Yeah, and he got booked for the next show because of it.
Nice.
So those are the proud trainer moments that you
Yeah,
get.
for sure.
It's like knowing that I had like a little bit of a hand in that. Like,
Right.
It's a nice feeling.
And you said that's Gotham Wrestling? That's
Yes.
in New York now.
Yep.
And that's Dave Marquez runs that company?
So Dave Marquez, Nick Bonanno, who
Okay.
is a producer that I worked with in MLW as well. They're part of the United Wrestling Network, so they have Gotham is just like one part of it. And then there's other companies around the country that all do like local TV and everything.
Right.
So they're a part of like that whole network of shows,
Okay.
like with Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're
Okay.
tied in with that company as well.
Is that the Dave Marquez from California?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. That guy knows the business big time. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Richard Knight. I don't know if you know Richard Knight.
Think so.
All right. Hey there, Reggie here. I gave him the nickname Reggie a long time ago. New England may be one of, if not the most active region for independent wrestling in the United States. Where would you like to see the New England scene in 5 years? And if it was up to you, how would you make sure it reached that goal? What? It's like a professor asking all these questions,
I
Reggie.
feel like I have to write an essay.
Yeah.
God knows I talk so much I could fill up a novel. Honestly, a trilogy of books at this point. I mean, when I started, I was 16 years old.
Right.
And I was going to Beyond shows at Fet Music Hall. And with the cool people, I don't know if you remember them, DJ AC.
Oh, yeah, the tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty good. They still wrestle?
No, they haven't
that's
wrestled
too
for
bad.
a while. Yeah, no, I still catch up with them from time to
nice.
time. Yeah, I'll see them at shows. I actually saw AC at TNA last year.
Oh, nice.
So the main thing is I would love to see it go back to where it was. And maybe it's nostalgia talking.
Right.
But there was a point where just that Fet Music, Beyond Wrestling shows, it was a hell of an environment.
Right.
I feel like we're in a transition point to where, again, indie wrestling is starting to pick up again.
Okay.
It's always in cycles, though.
Right.
Because they say that, I think Drew has said this, like the heyday for Beyond Wrestling was like 2013 to 2016. Like that was when they were at their hottest.
Right.
I can see that happening again because it's 10 years later now.
Nice.
And like maybe that was the beginning. Maybe that's what Wrestling Open.
Right.
Maybe that was like the start of
Yeah.
a new era. But again, this is a whole different ball game now.
Right.
You're working with 2 weekly shows in the area. You have both Mondays and Thursdays that are done weekly, both for Beyond and Wrestling Open. And then on top of it, there's just so much wrestling now that you can digest in the area. And there's so much great talent, but it's not super oversaturated.
Right.
The thing that I've noticed, especially recently, is like you look at a Limitless card and you look at a Beyond Wrestling card, and there is not a lot of overlap.
No, there really isn't. You're right. There's a little, but not a lot.
Not a huge amount. And I think
Right.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because now you have a reason to watch either show.
Right.
You can either watch Beyond Wrestling and see me wrestle, or you can watch Limitless Wrestling and watch Channing wrestle. Like there's the whole. It's very cool to see that there's so much talent in the area now.
Right.
That each individual show isn't homogenized, which is what we had a few years back, like probably right around COVID.
Yep. Yep.
Because so much talent had left.
Right.
So a lot of talent had to kind of fill the shoes, and every company was kind of using those talents in order to fill those shoes.
Chaotic was getting all kinds of guys from Creator Pro.
Exactly. So things are starting to even out now to where everything's not super homogenized.
Right.
But again, you're still gonna have that
You're gonna have
overlap no
you
matter
can't you
what.
can't stop that.
Exactly.
You know.
And that's okay.
Right. I mean, because I did notice. I think the last Limitless show I went to, Desmond Cole lost the title to Dijak.
Yep.
And then the very next wrestling show, the Wrestling Open, or whether it was Beyond, whatever, he was on that show.
Yeah.
But it was like the next day. It was like, because Beyond likes to run on Sundays.
Yes.
That's the first place I went to see Beyond was at the Somerville place. The
Arts in the Armory.
Yeah.
Yep.
I never went to the Fet Music. I would have liked to because I heard that was a great venue
It was
for
a
wrestling.
very good time. I only experienced it once,
Really?
and it is still one of the most memorable shows that I've ever seen in person. I mean, it's just top to bottom, just everybody, like crazy stuff.
Right.
And like I didn't know much about indie wrestling at that point.
Yeah.
I had only really known like Showcase.
Right.
So to go from Showcase to there, you're totally two different styles.
Right.
Of wrestling. So you're like your mind blown. You're like, oh my god, this isn't what happens on WWE. Like what is happening right now? I'm
Right.
like, these guys suck. They don't know what they're doing. And then I realized, oh no, I just suck. I don't know what I'm doing.
Right. Well, there was something wild that just happened over the weekend in Rhode Island. Wrestling prom.
Oh,
RWA ran a show,
Yeah.
and they had like a prom.
yeah.
It's different.
It's probably better than my prom.
My prom was pretty good, except the end. I had to drop her off. She didn't want to do nothing.
No, that's I just had I went to an all guys high school. Freaking prom was miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just went with a friend of mine. That was it.
Yeah, that's some of the things I'd like to tell you a story, but there's definitely no way I could tell you that story that I'm thinking of. That's just
That's
not
episode 6.
All right, Chad Epic. You know Chad.
Yep.
All right. Do you have any pictures, videos, or promo shots of you in the gold suit?
I don't know what gold suit he's talking about.
Okay.
I have zero idea.
And that was kind of creepy to ask, Chad. No, I'm
was
just
gonna
kidding. I'm just kidding, Chad.
It's not the first time a guy's asked for pictures of me.
Why?
Jokes.
Chad was one of my favorite guys to have on because Teddy went after him in a
shit.
fight. But Chad had no problem answering it and all that. I respected Chad a lot for that.
Hey, if he owned up to it, great.
He did.
I don't.
He owned up to it.
And I'm still, I'm still friendly with Chad
Yep.
and everything. But I wasn't a huge fan of that whole situation.
No, I understand why people aren't.
Yeah.
Fans of that. But I can. The one thing I will say, and I said it when he was on there, there's no way he went to that show and said, "Let me get backstage and screw it up for everybody."
Yeah.
That definitely wasn't his intention.
I agree. Sometimes though, it's just a
right.
self-awareness.
No, I
thing.
get you. Yeah.
Regardless of so this is a thing that I've learned in therapy. I recommend it for anybody. Even though the intent is not malicious, it doesn't mean that it still doesn't have negative impact.
Right.
no matter
No, you're
what.
right.
So that's my main thing
Yep.
with it. Like I know there was no ill intention there,
Right.
but same time, it's like you got to think about the others that are in that situation. Like a lot
Right.
of people are trying to get a job right now, and like the actions that you did that day,
Yeah.
quite possibly could have ruined that for a lot of people.
And luckily it didn't. Luckily, because
Agreed.
that's what we did say here. And I'm glad because he owned up to it. He said, I made a mistake. I never should have did that.
That's my main thing is as
You
long
know?
as you're able to be accountable
Yeah.
and hold yourself accountable for situations like that and understand where you went wrong. I'm not a perfect person.
Right.
Believe me, I'm not. Ryan will tell you.
I think he did. No,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. I don't know if you know Blackie?
Oh,
He was a manager for UFO Wrestling. Brian Blackie Black. I like to say he's Blackie. He's like a one-name guy like Prince.
okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Who would your dream match be against? You can choose any wrestler, alive or dead.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
No. Dude, I wore his shirt today and I put this on and said I thought you'd like Owen Hart.
I like Owen Hart.
A cartoon looking Owen Hart.
He's actually one of Brian Clancy's favorite wrestlers.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah. Man, it sucks that he is out for a while.
Yeah, I do that to my girlfriend. She goes, "What are you doing?" And I'd say Ryan Clancy. And she goes, "Who?" Because she don't follow wrestling at all.
But Ryan is probably one of my favorites that I've wrestled.
And he was red hot
Yeah.
before he got injured. I mean,
And I
red
think-
hot.
And I think he's gonna come back.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
He is a phenomenal athlete. He's a phenomenal wrestler.
Right.
He brings out the best in me. Like going in there is with him is easy.
Right.
I never have to worry. There's only a few people in wrestling that I can really say that about. It's him, Anthony Green, and Channing. Like those are the three guys that I'm like, I can go in there, no
Right.
problem. Not gonna have to
Right.
even worry about things.
Yep.
Because I'm normally the guy that tends to structure everything because I'm a control freak. And there's not many people that I give that trust to.
Yeah.
So those are the guys that I'm like, yeah, that's no problem.
Nice. All right. Nate Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
Nate here. Okay, is he kind of like Reggie? Must be Reggie's cousin. We met twice.
Yes.
And looking forward to meeting you a third time on Sunday,
Yep.
5/24. And all the brands that you have competed on, is there one that you feel like you had unfinished business to take care of?
Yeah, I think it would be MLW.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
There was some things that, were in discussion before I got let go that I wish did come to fruition.
Right.
I could go back and I could do those all over again. But same time, it's like, I'm trying to progress my career forward.
Right.
I see myself going back there as type of just a lateral move at that point.
Yep.
Because it's like I've already done stuff. The only thing, unless I did some big matches there or anything, like I'm fine with what my time and tenure
Right.
was there. Limitless Wrestling is another one that I feel like I have more to prove there.
Right.
There's things that I would like to do with like Channing and a bunch of other people up there that
Right.
are my friends that I have been wanting to wrestle for a while now, again, because it's been a couple years now. So who knows? We'll see.
Nice. All right. Listen, let's talk about some of the companies that you work for. Like you've been working for Live Pro since Teddy started running. Mm-hmm. So what's going on with you there right now?
I'm the champion.
You're the champion.
Yep, I just beat Livia at Proclamation Brewery.
Oh, you beat a girl.
Hey.
No, I'm just I'm only kidding, guys. Don't kill me. I was trying to be funny.
She is it was probably one of my favorite matches I
Yeah.
had this year.
She's a very talented young lady.
I mean, the girl's been training since she was like 14
Right.
years old.
Yeah.
Like it's
You better be nice to her
I-
too, because her dad'll kick your ass.
oh yeah, I know. But it's Proclamation is right down the street from my house.
Right.
Really sucks that they ended up just closing down recently. But my last memory in Proclamation Brewery will be winning the title.
Right.
So, I mean, that's the thing is, Live Pro has been a fantastic outlet to not only do new things, but try other things as well. See what works, see what doesn't work.
Right.
And it's just, I am a wrestler that thrives in family-friendly, environments.
Right.
A lot of crowd interaction. That's my bread and butter. Live Pro always provides that no matter what. The crowds are great.
He packs them in, man. Teddy's a very good promoter. He really does. He knows how to pack them in. All right. So now we're going to talk about Pro Wrestling Super Show.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on there? You told me Friday what's going on because I'm going to see you Friday.
This Friday, I'm wrestling Jason Blade, and I am also the special guest referee for DJ Powers and TK Orion.
Oh.
When TK Orion came back, he was somebody that was involved in my training when I first started.
Right.
And I'm sorry, like I've surpassed where you were in wrestling when you left, and now he wants to come back. So
Right.
I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
And so between that time and now, there was a whole injury. I still made my presence known to TK over time.
Right.
And the last time that TK wrestled DJ Powers, he had DJ Powers in a submission. I was like, that's just not fair. So I just blasted him.
You weren't the ref for that match.
No.
All right.
No. I just jumped the guardrail.
Yeah.
And
All
then
right.
attacked him. But, it's an interesting set of events on the horizon for Pro Wrestling Super Show. I'm very excited to see where this goes.
It's been a couple of years since I've been to one of Ryan's shows, so.
You're going to have a good time on
Oh,
Friday
I
for sure.
definitely am. Ryan's going to work me like a dog, though, over at the concessions.
Hey, but you had to see a Brockton street fight between Waves and Curls and Starstruck.
Dude, I love Waves and Curls. Their entrance, right? I love that song.
Yeah, but
they're awesome.
You're not going to see that, though.
Oh, not?
No, you're not going to see that at all.
Oh.
There's a different attitude in Brockton.
Really?
There's a different attitude
All right, cool. I'll be looking forward to that. All right. So we talked about Gotham wrestling a little bit.
Yes.
What about Excite?
Excite
They're in
Wrestling.
New York too, right?
Yes. So they're the only. So I've only wrestled for them once. It was quite an interesting situation. So it was me, Channing Decker, not Channing Thomas.
Yep, I know who Channing Decker is. I actually do.
And Junie Underwood.
Yeah.
So we're a triple threat match, and the promoter realized as we were walking out, he's like, "Oh, all three of these guys are debuting. The crowd doesn't know a single one of them, and we're the first match."
Wow.
So me and Junie had made our entrance, and Channing comes out, and the crowd was really into his music, so they just kept playing it. And so it was like a New Jack situation. But the moment that we shut him down, it was like, oh, the music stops. But then the moment he got right back up, the music starts playing again. So there's literally a moment during that match where he punches me in the face, 2 seconds of music hits, and then I kick him, and then
the music stops again.
So it's like funny moments like that. It's a memorable moment that even that I still mess with the promoter on.
Now, where was that show in New York? Do you remember?
It's like Berghampton or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know the actual name.
Right.
Some names I just can't pronounce.
All right. Did you hear about that other company that just started up in New York by Vic Delicious
awesome.
and Hale Collins. Yeah, awesome. They had a show Saturday. One of my best friends is working for him again.
Yeah, that's
Sean Wiggins.
That's a company that I'm looking to get into.
Yeah.
I've talked with Hale a couple times. We wrestle a lot in Northeast Wrestling, so that's definitely something I'm trying to dip my toes into.
Yeah, Sean's working for him and working with Kurt Adonis too. And I told him, I said, in October I'm going to be looking to do a catering job.
Awesome.
I said, find whichever one you want and I'll be there. Be a good time. All right. You've been working for Focus Pro for a while, too.
Yep.
Now, that's Brian Bayside, correct?
Brian Bayside, Evan Zelios.
Yeah, okay.
Had some fun matches there. I don't know when I'm going to be back there. That's the main thing right now. Still working out.
Right.
The injury threw off a lot of plans for a lot of different companies. So that's honestly the one that's like the chief of them. Future... Who knows what the future holds? There.
Right. I've noticed, though, they bring other guys from other places. The kind of like how, Beyond used to do that all the time.
Yeah, they bring in a lot of guys. It's cool that they got Kazarian.
Right.
They're bringing in a lot of these GCW guys and everything.
That's all. Yeah, KJ also.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
I wrestled Monty Aries there.
Okay.
Honestly, it was a good match.
Yeah, Monty's good, too. I like Monty.
Also wrestled Griffin McCoy. A lot of matches that I've had there are like firsts, which is cool. Like Griffin McCoy and I had never really wrestled before, and we had like a very solid 12-minute match, which was fun. I think that's the cool thing about my time at Focus Pro has been just working a lot of people that I hadn't really worked with before.
Yep.
So you take the optimism out of every single situation.
Okay. You also had recently worked for Lucky Pro again.
Yeah.
How was that?
So that was funny.
I love those guys.
Yeah, it was a great time. So I wrestled when I wrestled for Lucky Pro, I had literally just gotten fired. I had just got the call right before I left, and I was so thrown off by that I completely forgot my knee pads.
Yeah.
So Mikey Webb lent me his for the night, and I was like, thank you, because God knows I don't need to be walking out with bare legs ever. And then the second time I wrestled Nick Barbary. Yeah. The hippie freak. That was a fun match. Nice and easy. Again, Lucky Pro is a great crowd of just kids that it's easy to work with. I have a good time. Anytime that I can just, take my hands off the steering wheel and just kind of let everything roll itself in, I'm totally fine. It's wild, though. AG got to team up with Chase Stevens as the new Naturals. That's awesome. AG at Lucky Pro. I'm not surprised something cool happened to him there.
Well, I don't know if you had ever heard this story, but remember Grandmaster Sexay? Mm-hmm. He got whooped by Chase Stevens. I mean, really? Literally wicked bad. You could barely recognize Brian. Yeah. Seriously. He was all, wasted, causing problems. Yeah. And Chase is somebody you really don't want to mess with.
Yeah, it's funny learning about little stories around the wrestling world because I got into it so late.
Right. But you know what I like about Lucky Pro is how they'll bring in like, they're not nonchalant, but just random guys.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
They bring in TNA talent.
Yeah, they're bringing in the headbangers.
Exactly.
At the next show. Mm-hmm. They brought in Miss Kitty, the cat.
Yes,
I was there for that. I was there for that. That was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I met Susanna that night. She was selling shirts for Chris Statlander and somebody else. I can't remember who else. That Julian's wife, Susanna. Yeah. I met her that night. It was me, my girlfriend, and my grandson. My grandson kept telling me, Bobby, stop talking.
It's funny when you look back in time and then look at things now and you're just like, wow, how things have changed. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just love wrestling. So you also worked for Slick at Test of Strength.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was cool because me and Sammy Diaz had never wrestled before.
He's incredible, man, Sammy.
He's fantastic. And it was just one of those matches where I was like, this is for us.
Right.
You know, it was a lot of fun. It's still the only match that Sammy and I have done singles-wise. So, I mean, it was a good first match, especially for two guys that have never wrestled before. I had fun.
Awesome. Say we're talking about them. How about Frosty? Ryan Frost.
Oh, my God. All right. This is a funny story. So, when I wrestled Ryan Frost at PvP, we were wrestling for I believe it was for the All Valley Championship, and we had gone to the outside, and I was sat down in a chair like this, and he was standing on another chair right next to me, and he goes to do like the classic 10 punch, and as he raised his fist, the chair just collapses underneath him, and he goes falling back, and I'm like, oh boy.
Wow.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's always been like super nice, tremendous guy, always willing to help out. But it's just hell of a moment, to say the least. Like, it's something I'm never gonna forget. That and the time that he offered me a beer in the ring, and I was just like, okay, sit there and just sprayed it in his face.
Yeah, you're not a big drinker.
And I wouldn't say that.
No.
Wouldn't say that.
Okay, all right. All right. So listen, we got a little less than 7 minutes to go. Why don't we talk about some of the real younger kids that are really just starting to make a name and wrestle all over the place? I'm going to start off with the breadwinners.
Okay.
Cash McGinnis and Patrick Wheatman.
So I just met them.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I love the look, charisma.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm very much a showman and wrestler. Like to see more kids doing that instead of just this, that, this move, that move, that like have presentation and not just come out as a generic wrestler. Love that.
Yes. And Cash got a lot of charisma.
Yeah.
He really does.
Is he the one that does the...
He's the black kid with the glass. Wheatman's the redheaded kid.
Okay, so he's the one that does like the white boy.
Yeah. I like him. They're pretty funny. I was supposed to have them on. I got stuck at work.
Yeah.
I felt so bad, but I told him, I said, listen, man, here's a bunch of dates. Whatever you can do. If you can't, don't worry about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, but they're pretty good young tag team.
Yeah. I got to watch more of their stuff, but... For sure. They got a good ceiling if they stick along the whole showmanship route, for sure.
And now there's some young kids coming out of, what's Bud's school? Next Gen.
Yeah.
With Monty.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar.
There's one kid, I know his name, and I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with a lot of the kids from Next Gen. I know Monty, obviously, but that's really to the extent. They're not really around the shows that I'm on often. I know GK.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
he's
GK's awesome.
Yeah.
What a valuable guy to have at a show.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
like a Todd Graham, a valuable guy, Chad Epic. They can do it all.
It's always good to have a guy that's able to both referee and ring announce.
Yeah.
Like, if you're multifaceted in wrestling, I always find that to be, a very good skill to have.
Right.
It benefited me a lot.
Yeah.
When I got injured, I was thrown on commentary a lot for Beyond.
Right.
And then I was still able to have a lot of promos and talking segments because I'm able to talk on the mic and everything along those lines. So, I mean, being multifaceted in wrestling keeps you a job for a long, long time.
Yes, it does. Who trained Ryan Clancy? Was that Mancini in them or?
So I know he trained with Damian Adams.
Oh, okay. All right, okay.
So I know he was out of the Damian Adams school for a long
Who
time.
he trained a lot of women.
Yes.
Damian Adams.
Lance Storm is where he originally
Okay, okay.
He credits Lance Storm as
Yeah,
the
yeah.
trainer, which is funny because Lance Storm was the producer for that match with Trick Williams.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Nice.
made sure to drop Ryan's name to him just so he knew.
Yeah. Now, how was working with Trick, though? Was it Trick was
Very,
cool?
very, very down-to-earth guy.
Because look at him now.
Again, we were talking earlier about people that are humble.
Right.
You know, I think that whole TNA locker room itself is very welcoming.
Nice.
I am someone that, even though I have a big personality, I'm very reserved at first
Right.
because I'm not trying to step on any toes.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stand out to the point where I make myself look down.
Right.
So, you know, they did this prayer circle before Bound for Glory, and Trick was like, "Come on, lawyer. If you're going to be my lawyer, you got to be involved in this." And I was like, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, he made me feel included in
Right.
everything. And, you know, when you take the time to do that, that says a lot about your character.
Right. And him and Carmelo
Yeah.
had history, I mean, as a team and as foes, and I have a feeling they're going to be foes again.
Possibly, quite possibly.
And I'm not going to lie, and I'll say it here. I was a little bummed out that Carmelo wasn't on the WrestleMania show. I was. I'm not going to lie. You know what I
Hard
mean?
not to. I mean, especially when you're from New England and you see a New England guy that's in
Yeah.
WWE, you want the best for him no matter
Yeah.
what.
And you know, and everybody's loving that. Whoop that Trick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's kind of lucky he got that already. And Trick is good. I like Trick. Don't get me
100%.
wrong.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see Carmelo whoop him for that United States Championship.
It's gonna be good for sure.
Well, he was gone for like a month. He wasn't hurt, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
They
Unfortunately,
were, well, I was watching the show and they were like, "Oh, you were on vacation." I'm like, "He was on vacation."
Again, I'm so out of the loop on the weekly stuff that go on like SmackDown. And
Oh,
Raw
you're
now.
busy.
I try to keep, if CM Punk's on, I always try to watch that. 'cause I'm a big CM Punk guy. But, I try to keep up with the storylines as best I can, but I don't have time to watch that much wrestling.
Right.
I've been watching a lot of New Japan, if anything, lately.
Yeah.
That's been
I got to tell you a thing with Bobby Fish. I don't know if I ever told you this.
I think
but
you did.
I was a ring announcer,
announcer,
and he
yeah.
was 3 different names. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But he was a really good guy, though.
100%.
Bobby Fish,
He's great
good
to talk
wrestler,
to.
too.
Very good to talk to.
Yeah.
Recently, I told him, I'm like, I need to get back into DDPY because my shoulder and my lower back have just been killing me lately. He sent me a link immediately.
Nice.
Gave me like a month off, and then he's been nothing but great to me. So I'm very appreciative of Bobby for sure.
Excellent. What's the main event that Ryan showed Friday? Is it?
It's the Brockton Street Fight.
All right.
You got some good stuff coming.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, man. I really am. So, what about PvP? That's Hamatunis, correct? Mm-hmm. What have you been doing with them?
I just wrestled Dustin Flash Waller in a ladder match at their 100th show in Springfield, Mass. Very fun ladder match. Dustin walked away with the Lineage Championship. Right now, I'm in the McNeil family with Marshall McNeil.
He's coming on.
Oh, I love it. Steve Stetson, DJ, and Liv.
Yeah.
It's great. They're all people that I love to death.
Right.
And we've just been having so much fun because, especially Stetson and I, we don't care. We're just having fun.
That's awesome.
We walked out when Liv lost the championship, and then DJ gave her his Money in the Bank contract, and
so
then
she won it back?
She won it right back.
Nice.
And then here comes Stetson and I. We grabbed beers from the brewery place that was being a vendor there, and we were just out there just cheers, and we were just so happy.
Nice.
And we we're just having a good time.
That's awesome. Yeah. Dustin Waller was just on the radio with Mike Shue.
Oh, yeah?
And I love Shue. I actually fed people at AAF back in the day. Mm-hmm. Brett, thanks, buddy. I appreciate this.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure, man. Thanks. Peace. Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe. That's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.